Well, hey y'all, happy Resurrection Sunday. So I have returned from my trip to Las Vegas, and my bags are unpacked, and now I am going to unpack the details of this trip. So a few people have asked questions, wanted to know about the trip, how it was, where did I stay, did I win any money? So we'll get into all of that. So my purpose for this trip to Las Vegas, it was actually a work trip. So I was nominated by the administrator of my nursing home. I was nominated to be considered for Caregiver of the Year. So there is over 100 facilities in our company. I think it's 140 or so. And out of 140 entries, I made the top 10. So with me making the top 10, I was invited to the company's spring conference. So as a prize for making the top 10, you also received $1,000. Then the top 3 entries, winners, the top 3 winners, won other bonuses. So where did we stay? We stayed at the Palazzo, and it is a part of the Venetian, and it was absolutely beautiful. So I will insert footage of when I walked into this beautiful room and my reaction, because I didn't expect it. When you're sending all these people on a trip, you know, usually you try to save money, but they spared no expense. So here's the room. Oh my God. Okay. I'm here, y'all. I'm here, and I'm so excited. Oh my God, I gotta look at this room. Oh my God. Oh my God. Y'all. Once we made it to the hotel, and once we checked in, got everything settled, we had a few hours of free time. So we only spent 24 hours in Vegas, but we did have free time before the ceremony that night. So with my free time, I went down to the casino, just kind of walked around, looked around, went into a few of the stores. They had a little shopping area. So I walked around, looked at the shops, looked at the people doing the gondola ride, just all of the things you do, the touristy things. And then I went to the casino. So when I got there, I sat down, got on the slots. I won $100 and something. Yeah, I won $100 and something. I was excited. I'm not a gambler at all, but when you in Vegas, what do? You gamble. So I had a good time on the slots. It was really fun. I went back to the room, got myself dressed for the banquet, and got myself dressed for the banquet. We all had to wear these green sashes that let everyone know that we were finalists. And There was a nice reception for us. They had us take pictures, so I'll insert the picture. So after all of that, we had the banquet, and they showed each one of our stories, and then they announced the winners. So I did not win any of the top 3 spots, but the 3 ladies that won were absolutely amazing. I got to spend 2 days with each and every one of them. We had a great time. They were wonderful people, and truthfully, I was so impressed by them, by their stories, and just honored to even be nominated with them. It was a amazing experience. During the banquet, they fed us really well. I mean, it was actually too much food for me to eat. During the reception, there was wine, there was cheese, there was shrimp cocktail, there was, I mean, just so much. It was so much. It was fruit. It was a lot. Then we go into the banquet, and it was a 4-course dinner. So you started out with your salad, then they gave you soup, then you had your main course, which was filet mignon. It was filet mignon with potatoes and asparagus, and then you had your dessert, which was like a peanut butter cheesecake or something like that. I couldn't even eat it. I could not eat it all. It was just way too much, coming at me too fast. So I ate that filet mignon though. So afterwards, you were able to do what you wanted to do. It was an open bar. So I had a few drinks, I talked to a few people, and then I went back to my room because I was tired. We had been going nonstop since 6 a.m. The next morning, I woke up with a headache, and I'm pretty sure it was from the tequila. So, needless to say, I didn't really get to enjoy the last few hours in Vegas like I would have liked to. I was nursing a headache and a hangover, but I did go back to the casino floor. So to kill time, I went down to the casino and I sat down at a slot machine. It was the same machine that I had won on the day before. Well, it was the same type of machine that I had won on the day before. It was just in a different casino. And I sat down, I put my $20 in, and I said, whatever happens, happens. And I walked away with $265 off that machine. And I walked away with $265 off of that machine. So that was great. So in total, between in the 24 hours that I was there, I won $500. So I was so happy with that. Hey, the trip was fun. Everything was lovely. They spared no expense. They really took good care of us, and it really made me feel honored and appreciated. If you guys remember, a while back, I had posted a video and I was talking about how I just wasn't feeling seen. I wasn't feeling like they recognized my value. I love what I do. I love my residents. When I leave there, I want it to be because I'm doing something of my own. So I have been looking. A job came up in my facility, so I applied for it, and I was overlooked for the position, which kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. But because I said I don't understand, you know, why they don't see my value is what I was thinking. I don't understand why they don't see my value, because I am more than qualified for the position that had came available. But now looking back on that, I think that was just God kind of protecting me, because God knew that that was not the position that I needed. And I no longer feel like that because because of this. And the funny thing is, this is the takeaway. This is the takeaway for me. And I hope that it's a takeaway. I hope it's someone can appreciate what I'm going to say. Sometimes God will use people, and use people for your benefit. And what I mean by that is, when I started at this company that I'm at now, when I first came to Georgia, I was not happy with the job. Well, I'm not going to say the job. I was not happy with the management. And the administrator for the facility was kind of mean. She was kind of mean. And there was a situation, and she and I had words. She said some mean things, and I was totally about to quit. It was just a known that I didn't like her, she didn't like me, and that was that. And every day, even though I didn't particularly care for her, I still would go in, I still would say good morning to her, and I would go off and do my job. And I would just go and do my job. I never let my unhappiness or my dislike for her affect my job. I still loved my residents and cared for them, and I gave them my all. Needless to say, less than 2 years later, this same administrator that did not like me was the one that nominated me for this award. And over that time, I was able to win her over with love. In everything I do, in every move I make, I always try to lead with love. If I'm unhappy, you won't know that I'm unhappy. I'm just going to show you love. If I'm frustrated, you're not going to know that I'm frustrated. Or I may tell you, hey, I'm frustrated, but I'm still going to lead with love. Everything I do in love. And because of that, God took someone who could have been my enemy, and by all accounts should have been my enemy. I wish I could really give you guys the details of what happened, but I can't. My enemy ended up being one of my biggest supporters. Ended up seeing all the good that I had done and nominated me for the top award for this company. And I can honestly say, like, God works in mysterious ways. And if I can find the Bible verse, I will insert it, where it tells you that he will make your enemy your footstool. So just know that God is always working things out for your good. Okay, so that was the takeaway. So everything was lovely. Everything was paid for by the company. I didn't have to pay for anything other than maybe a few meals, which they gave me a $150 check to cover those meals that wasn't included in the trip. So it was fun. I wish it was longer. And I'm definitely planning on going back. I'm in talks with my sister and a few of the girls, and we are trying to plan a girls trip to Las Vegas. don't worry, it won't be girls gone wild. We all over 40 and we tired. So, but yeah, so we are planning a girls trip to Las Vegas. I'll let you know when that will be. I'm thinking next spring, but we'll see. We'll see. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. I thank you so much for tuning in. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe so you would never miss an upload. And I love you guys so much. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.